Long, long ago, a baby was born. But his parents couldn't choose for name, so they asked a wise monk for help. The monk gave him a very special name, but it was the longest name anyone had ever heard.
One day, the boy fell into a deep well. His friends tried to call for help, but... But his name was too long.
At last, he was saved. His parents chose a new name. A short and happy one, Taro.
Long, long ago, in the mountains of Japan, lived a kind and very strong boy named Kintaro. Long ago named Kintaro, he loved to play with the animals in the forest.
One day, Kintaro wrestled the strongest bear. With a big smile, he everyone for one. Everyone cheered for Kintaro.
Kintaro helped his mother every day. With his little axe, he chopped wood with care. He was strong, and he was kind. He was strong, and he was kind.
Kintaro built a bridge for his friends. Soon, he went to the city to become a great warriorist. But he will always be the hero of the forest.
Once upon a time, a sweet mouse girl lived with her parents. They wanted the best husband in the world for her. They asked the bright sun, but he said, "The cloud is greater than me." So they asked the big cloud, but he said, "The wind is greater than me." They asked the wind, but he said, "The wall is greater than me."
They asked the wall, but he said, "The mouse is greater than me."
They chose a kind young mouse next door. And they lived happily ever after.
Long, long ago, there lived a kind old man with a big smile on his cheek. One stormy night, he hid inside a small shrine in the mountains.
When he woke up, he saw Happy Onai dancing and singing. The old man bravely joined them and danced with joy. The Oni were so impressed, they took the lump as a reward. No reward. The old man returned home full of happiness.
But a greedy neighbor tried to copy him. His bad dancing made the Onai angry, and he went home with 2 lumps instead.
Long ago, before humans were born, God called all the animals.
The careless cat forgot the day. The mouse lied and tricked the cat. The cow left early. The mouse rode on his back.
The mouse jumped first. He became number 1. The others followed, one by one.
The cat came too late.
Long
ago, in a land of endless battlage, lay Musashi. His left, he Musashi. His small boy lived in a quiet mountain village, while others rested, while others dreamed of becoming strong.
Musashi left his home to walk a lonely path. He fell, but tear, hands down, each wound made him stronger. One night, he saw his wound him stronger. 2 blades, 1 heart. Soon, the world whispered his name. No one could defeat him. But far away, another warrior waited. But far away, another warrior waited. Saki Koryo. On a lonely island, their paths crossed. In was moment changed. Not moment, history a warrior, but a legend was born. Musashi.
Once upon a time, there lived a poor Hispanic mother and her little Hispano.
Every day, the mother worked very hard. She dreamed of giving her child something warm and bright. One day, she brought home a gift. Little green treasures full of hope. A tiny bean jumped into the world and into their hearts. They planted the little bean, believing in tomorrow. Day by day, hope grew, stronger and brighter. And once again, they shared a meal and a dream.
Everyone believed the rabbit would win. Lep.
Netherland dwarf rabbits were angry.
The Netherland dwarf rabbit was forced to leave his home. One day, he heard birds speak of danger. A wolf threatened his village.
He promised to face the wolf and save them. He tricked the wolf into turning away. With courage, the rabbit saved his home. The rabbit became a true hero.
Long, long ago, a lonely old man lived in the mountains. Long, long ago, his family had passed away, and he missed them every day.
Oni out! Good luck in!
Oni in. Ow.
Once upon a time, an old man and a love house.
We need some kind to visit.
They had little to cover our heads, but shared everything.
They felt happy for their kindness. Seasons passed and winter returned. On New Year's Eve, someone knocked.
They wished for children. The sun rose, and their wish came true.
Long ago, a tiny baby was born to a kind old couple. His name was Isunboshi. He began a big adventure. He sailed down the river in a tiny bowl.
He arrived in the big city.
He bravely protected his friend.
Magic helped him grow big. And they lived happily ever after.
Once upon a time, there lived an old man and an old woman.
The old man went to the mountains. The old woman went to the river to wash clothes. Suddenly, a big peach came floating down the river. They named him Momotaro. He grew up kind and strong. Momotaro dechi.
I must defeat the Oni.
He met a dog, a monk. Here I come. Ouchie. I'm scared. I'm going home. こうしてね、たくさんの宝物を持って村に帰ってきた桃太郎さん。おじいさんとおばあさん。
Long ago, there lived a kind fisherman named Urashima Taro. He helped a little turtle in trouble. The turtle came back to thank him. They swam together to the magical sea world. The Dragon Palace was beautiful. He had a wonderful time. Many, many years had passed.
Long, long ago, deep in the mountains, lived a kind old man and women. On New Year's Eve, the old man went to town to sell his hats. But no one bought a single hat. The snow grew stronger. He found 6 Jizo statues, none stronger, covered in snow and shivering. You must be cold. That night, thump, thump, a sound came from the snow. The Jizo were walking, pulling heavy gifts. Pulling heavy gifts. Long, long ago, there lived a poor but honest man. Help. She told him to take what he grabbed, it was only a straw. He prayed in what he grabbed and walked west. It was only a straw. He tied a fly to the straw. A child wanted it. He received 3 oranges. He received 3 oranges. He gave the oranges to a thirsty girl. A samurai traded his horse. Silk, horse. He traded the horse for a house and land. He became rich and never wasted a straw.
That night, a lost girl knocked on their door. They welcomed her into their warm home. They welcomed her into their warm home.
Last night, she wove day and night and said, please don't knock inside. I was the crane you saved. Thank you. Goodbye.
Long ago, 2 brothers lived in a small village. One night, a kind old bun came to him and a mountain temple. The younger brother lived as very to him and said, "Take this bun and go to the mountain temple." The brother went to the mountain temple. He traded the bun for a strange stone mill, but full of magic. He traded the bun. It looked old, but full of magic.
Come out.
The brother took the mill to the sea. Salt, come out. The boat filled with salt
And ocean.
salt. The boat filled with salt, and the ocean became salty.
Long and a woman lived in the mountains. One day, an old man saw 2 little mice practicing sumo. An old man saw 2 little mice practicing sumo. They felt sorry for the small mouse, so they made sweet rice cakes with love. With love.
The small mouse became strong. He could finally fight the big mouse.
The mice said thank you with gold, and they all lived happily ever after. And they all lived happily ever after. Long ago, an old man and an old woman lived together in a quiet village.
One day, the old man found a bamboo that was shining brightly.
Inside the bamboo. They named her Kaguya.
She said, I must return to the moon.
Thank you for loving me. Goodbye.
And Kaguya Hime returned to the moon.
Long ago, a kind old man went to the mountain. One small rice ball rolled away and changed.
From the dark hole, a happy voice began to sing. La la la.
A new day dawned.
The old man gently gave them another rice ball. Curious, he followed the sound and jumped.
The mice thanked him with a joyful feast.
They gave him a mysterious box. Inside were endless gold coins.
Kindness always brings miracles.